It wasn't easy getting on the train. It was very traumatic because they weren't letting blacks in. My name is Olorunda and I'm 17 years old and I'm from Nigeria. I went to Ukraine November 27th last year. I'm studying international law in Kharkov. My initial thoughts when I heard about the invasion was like, we didn't actually really panic at first. We were just stocking up on foodstuffs and everything, so we would just stay indoors. On the 25th, that was after the invasion on the 24th, we decided to leave because like the sound of the bombings were getting closer to us. All that was on my mind was you have to get to a safer place. This place is not safe for you anymore. You just have to go. I was really scared because like I've never been in a situation like this before. So when I left my city, everybody was in disarray. Everybody was panicking. Like people were just all over the place trying to get in one train or one bus leaving Kharkov. I missed the first train because we heard the sound of the bombing when the train came and we saw smoke, so we thought the train had been bombed, so everybody ran. But when I came back, it was very traumatic because they weren't letting blacks in, so we weren't able to get on the train. We had to wait for the next train to come. And when the next train came, they still weren't letting blacks on the train. We had to like fight our way into the train. While I was going up on the train, like someone pushed me and I fell and people were like stepping over me. Like it was a lady that had to like pick me up. At first, they let us sit. We had spaces in the train, but when they stopped occasionally at different places and they picked more of white people and Ukrainians, then they like displaced us from our seats. They told us to stand up so that they could have a space. We had to like stand for almost a whole day. Then at Lviv, we were to board a bus or a train to Poland. The train leaving for Poland, they weren't letting black people at all on the train. Like you couldn't even fight your way through. We had to pay $320 to the bus. And because of the long queues of the cars on the road, we had to like, the bus had to drop us like 45 to 50 kilometers away from the border and we had to like walk all the way. We didn't sleep throughout the night. Like it got to a point in time I was so tired. My friend had to practically hold me while walking because I was sleeping and walking at the same time. Luckily for us, we met a Ukrainian soldier. I think he was taking his sisters or his wives to the border. Then he allowed us enter the car. He actually took us through all the checkpoints. We still had to walk for like another 5-10 kilometers before we got to the border. We had to stay there at the border for a very long time. Then it started to snow and they let us stand there in the snow even when they like built tents, and they didn't even let us go into the tents to like be protected from the cold and everything. I was so tired that I practically had to stand and sleep while the snow was falling on us and everything. The guys, they were like, at least let the women and children go into the tents, but no, they didn't let us. So I felt really bad. At one point in time, I was like, why wasn't I white? But I'm black. What can I do? And I'm happy to be black. We've all been hearing about racism, but I was only shocked because like this is my first time experiencing racism. We only had problem at the Ukrainian border because they were like majorly letting only Ukrainians pass. We really didn't have problem at the Polish border. They were really nice to us.
What are your plans now?
Try and legalize my stay here in Poland so that I could continue with my education. And yes, those are my plans.